Wellington, not so fast. The adult potatoes attempt at shedding light on some shady shit that's going on in town where they're shoving a round peg into a square hole and calling it apples to apples. Fortunately, some of us actually read the packets for the Board of Trustees meetings. On Tuesday night, the board will be presented with Ordinance 01-2023, an ordinance regarding marijuana. While adding the R3 zoning setback of 200 feet makes sense, Chapter 2, Article 14, Sections 40 and 70 contain clear violations of what this voter voted on. Item 3 in the town attorney's presentation of the ordinance tries to sugarcoat the changes, saying that it makes the application process more similar to a liquor license application hearing, but it conveniently does not address the stark differences between the two. The packet for Tuesday night's Board of Trustees meeting includes a letter from attorney Mario Nicolais pointing out these differences. The letter states, alcohol sales do not have the same affirmative requirements that have been proposed in the new Section 2-14-40B1. Specifically, the proposed change requires an applicant to satisfy the local licensing authority that the residents of the affected neighborhood desire the business, and that the affected neighborhood shall include the area within a half a mile of the property line of the premises identified in the application. Summarizing, they want to add a requirement so that the pot company requesting licensing must satisfy the licensing authority that the neighborhood wants the business and that the neighborhood is measured by a quarter mile, measured property line to property line. Keep in mind that Wellington's 2,000-foot setback is noted to be the strongest in the state at twice the distance as the next strongest city's 1,000-foot setback. The letter provides a statute that applies to the liquor licensing, and it continues. Note that this statute, the liquor licensing statute, does not place an affirmative requirement on the applicant, but on the licensing authority. Regarding the affected neighborhood distance requirements, it's noted that these measurements are all measured via direct measurement from premises to premises. This is in contrast to the liquor licensing restrictions, which are only 500 feet, and they're measured using a route of direct pedestrian access. In other words, 500 feet of staggering to the liquor store. Not a straight line measurement. That's 500 feet gets chopped down quite a bit. So in essence, saying that they're making it more like the liquor licensing requirement is like comparing a stream of urine to Niagara Falls. While you may think you're flooding the urinal like the falls after throwing back a half a dozen pints of Wellington lager at Soul Squared, your prostate is actually only allowing you to spit out a few dribbles. Not the same thing. Let's hope the town stops wasting time and taxpayer money on the town lawyer to try to legislate away the will of the voters and moves on to more pressing things like the water issue at the middle high school. Thanks for watching and lock your doors.